The Grand Theft Auto series is filled with secrets, Easter eggs, myths and mysteries. And the truth is, not all of them are worth individual videos exploring them. However, there are many smaller secrets that are worth touching down upon in a more compilation-oriented format. And as it turns out, I have such a series that I haven't added to in 7 months apparently. And you know what, with ideas promising to be dire thus far this year, I thought it would be a great idea to break out this old format and compile together 10 secrets from Grand Theft Auto 5 that I'm sure plenty of you have already heard of or seen, but with a new GTA on the horizon, you'd hope there'd be plenty of new players jumping into the older titles too. Should you prove to like this vein of content, chances are good you'll see more of it, and out of respect for the time of those who are already incredibly well versed in the secrets and Easter eggs of Grand Theft Auto 5, there will be timestamps down in the description so you can identify if this video has value for you before you watch. So with all that said, let's begin. To begin with, we need to head up the northeast part of the map along the highway that passes Mount Gordo. It's here where in the day there is nothing really to be seen. Number 2. I'm just joking. At night time, one of the trees here presents a different colour. The golden tree, as the name would suggest, turns gold, giving the appearance of glowing in the night. Players have speculated as to its possible meaning, seemingly to no avail. It may very well be a glitch that never got patched out, but it could also be an Easter egg, or as some have speculated, something related to the infamous Mount Chiliad mystery, which I did a video on a few weeks back if you care to watch. Now, I couldn't find any direct answers as to what a golden tree might symbolise online, but it could be a nod to the Tree of Life, or even knowledge or some other trait, a popular fundamental archetype in various mythologies and religions. But would you not agree that would seem kind of out of place for any Grand Theft Auto open world? Anyway, that's the best I could come up with. It's a tree, it's golden, it's cool, check it out, if indeed you haven't already. Our second secret of the day brings us to the north end of Cypress Flats in Los Santos, where down an alley and inside a factory we can look through a large set of blue doors left ajar. Through this tiny crack that is not large enough to get through, we can see a big-ass snowman. He's wearing a nice hat and he has a scarf, and he has a big grin on his face because he's happy to see us. I'm beginning to think he hasn't got many friends around the factory. He's chilling behind some sprunk boxes, enjoying the moment, and though he isn't able to do us any physical harm, there's something awfully unsettling about his presence. There's something sinister about his comical grin paired with the pointy carrot nose and the dark, lifeless pits he has for eyes. I am beginning to suspect he has seen the void. I can feel him judging me for my transgressions. I think I'll name him Wallace and promptly leave him here before he decides I've expired my tenure on this planet. Until the world needs Wallace, he will wait in the Frigid factory. What will he do? Who knows? For our third secret, if you decide to start calling random phone numbers, entering the number 1999-367-3767 will yield some rather interesting results. You'll be quickly connected and disconnected to a number called black cell phones, and your phone will turn black following an explosion. It also ever so slightly enlarges in size, as I've crudely shown here. What purpose it serves, who knows, but the effect will be active for all 3 characters, whose mobile telecommunications devices will now all be the same colour. Players have speculated that this has a purpose or may be a part of some cut content or otherwise just an Easter egg, but honestly I don't know. I've just removed all character from my mobile phone. Now for this next one, I won't pretend it isn't incredibly well known because it just kind of is. Due east and slightly south of Sandy Shores in the Pacific Ocean, here on the map, deep underwater we can find a mysterious hatch, and along with it, a clanging noise. I mentioned it in passing in my aforementioned Chiliad mystery video, but players eventually discerned this tapping noise was Morse code, and apparently it means, hey, you never call, how do you fancy going bowling? A nod of course to Grand Theft Auto 4's Roman Bellic, everybody's favourite cousin.
Niko, it's Roman, let's go bowling.
The hatch itself also doubles up as an Easter egg, referencing a TV show I've never seen called Lost. Feel free to lambast me for my ignorance to popular culture in the comments. With that out of the way, we can also find a nod to Niko Bellic in Grand Theft Auto 5. Around Michael's house, his family have various scenarios, one of which they're sat around the dinner table in the dining room. On young Jimothy's laptop, we can see he has Niko Bellic's Life Invader page open. Though it's blurry, you can just about make out he wishes Roman a happy birthday, and appears to still live in Liberty City working for Roman's cab service. While Jimmy is looking into Niko is anybody's guess, but it's good to see the old boy pop up every so often. In at number 6 we have another incredibly well known one. If you take a trip up to North Yankton, with the boys ideally, along an icy river under a bridge, you can find what appears to be a trapped alien under the ice. It's worth mentioning this alien looks like the alien costumes you find around Richard's Majestic, but not green, so the chances are good this one can be explained away as a bloke in a costume, for some reason. However, thanks to being lumped in with this game's Chiliad mystery, this particular unfortunate alien is incredibly well known, despite only being able to access this area in the prologue and one other main story mission. Unless that is you're playing on PC and have a competent trainer mod installed, and then you can basically return to North Yankton whenever you fancy. Now, unlike the Snowman from earlier, I don't find this alien particularly unsettling, but nonetheless we're going to give him the name of Bernard. And how he came to be trapped under a frozen river is anyone's guess. For number 7 we head to Franklin's safe house up in Vinewood Hills, arguably the easiest place to find in the entire game. It's inside where, on a bookcase, we can find a particularly interesting book. Ironically, it's a blue book titled Red Dead, written by a J. Marston. I'm certain I don't need to spell that Easter egg out for absolutely anybody, but it's clearly a nod to the other Rockstar game Red Dead Redemption, in which you play as a character called John Marston. It's unclear if it's implying this book is written by his son Jack Marston, as in the Red Dead games he shows himself to be a bit of a bookworm, in which case it's fuel for the fire in the Rockstar Games joint universe theory, which has of course been confirmed to not be the case, so in reality it's just a cool little Easter egg. And again, it's hardly incognito as far as the hidden details in this game go. While we're on this topic, in the cinema in this game you can watch a movie that appears to have been made using assets from Red Dead Redemption, which I find to be pretty cool. Not that I necessarily understood what was going on there. For our 8th secret, it's more of a series of them, as there are various Back to the Future references scattered throughout Grand Theft Auto 5. Firstly, at Lester Crest's house, we can find a post-it note. It reads 88 miles per hour time travel with a small drawing of a car. Clearly, art is not something Lester specialises in. This is of course a nod to the speed the DeLorean in the Back to the Future movies needs to go at in order to travel through time. We can also find Hill Valley Churches, which is a nod to Hill Valley, the fictional Californian town that serves as the Back to the Future movie's setting, or primary setting. And in Sandy Shores, a warning at the base of an unmissable radio mast, where you can find a sticker on a fuse box of some description that reads 1.21 gigawatts, a colossal measurement of power required to power the flux capacitor of the time-travelling DeLorean. Somebody at Rockstar clearly likes the Back to the Future films, and I'm sorry I shot your Easter egg. I need to rewatch those films at some point. For our 9th secret, in the centre of Los Santos, in an area called Strawberry, down an alley next to a busy highway, we can find graffiti that reads "Turn back" on the ground, which is bloody good advice as it's a dead end. If you turn and face the other direction and head to the other end, you'll find similar graffiti in red and on the wall this time that reads "Nothing here. I lied." And that has ruined my day. As our 10th and final secret of the day, while playing as Trevor and driving around the Mount Chiliad area, you can pick up radio chatter regardless of which station you're actually tuned in to. And one conversation you can overhear involves a truck driver named Eddie Lowe.
This is Eddie Lowe. I just damn near clipped that electric Indian.
Eddie Lowe?
That's me.
Ain't you a serial killer?
Yeah, very funny. So what if we had the same name? You think I'd be driving a truck all day if I was a serial killer?
I thought all you truckers were serial killers.
Screw you! What the hell you do for a living?
I'm a security guard.
Ha! A damn rent-a-cop. Go sit in the chair and watch the world go by.
Hey, don't be mad at me because you're a truck driver with a serial killer's name.
And Eddie Lowe is of course a depraved serial killer Niko Bellic can face in Grand Theft Auto 4, in the Strangers and Freaks missions. And that's a snazzy callback. There's not much else to it, it's just there. And that, I suppose, brings us very nicely to the end of today's short video. Thank you all for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to go ahead, leave a like, hit subscribe, share the channel with your friends, all that wonderful stuff. I would of course massively appreciate it, but there's no obligation. I would appreciate if you left a comment about your favourite secret or Easter egg from this game, and maybe together we can come up with a prospective part 2 to this video, or indeed videos like it and beyond on previous Grand Theft Auto games. But regardless of what happens next, with any luck I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point. But until next time, please take care and goodbye.